My name is Harold, and I'm 82 years old. I've lived through wars, heartbreaks, triumphs, and losses, but if you ask me what changed me the most, it wasn't anything I achieved or endured, it was learning to forgive. I spent most of my life carrying weight I didn't realize it was mine, and I didn't know freedom until I let it go. When I was younger, I thought forgiveness was for the other person. I thought if I forgave, when I said that, it meant I was excusing what they did or admitting that their actions were okay. For decades, I held grudges like shields, believing that keeping score somehow protected me, gave me justice. But what I didn't see is that those grudges were the chains I had fastened around my own heart. There was one person in particular who haunted my memories more than anyone else. I won't say his name because it doesn't. What mattered was the way he broke my trust, the way he had my family, and how, for years, I replayed every detail, every insult, every betrayal as if it were happening all over again. I believed holding on to that anger kept me strong. In truth, it kept me small. I remember sitting on my porch one evening, looking out at the oak tree that stood there since I was a boy, and it hit me. I was 82. And all I had been doing was carrying this weight around and expecting it to protect me, but really, it had been slowing me down, hollowing. I realized I wasn't doing it for anyone else. I was doing it to myself. I had been punishing myself for things that weren't my fault. Every day I let that anger live inside me was a day I lost. The decision to forgive didn't come with, it was quiet, almost imperceptible at first. I started by forgiving small things, moments from my past, that no longer deserved my attention but had lingered anyway. Then I confronted the bigger ones, the ones I had just allowed for decades, began to feel lighter, freer than I had in 50 years. Forgiveness didn't change what happened. It didn't rewrite the past, and it didn't suddenly make the pain vanish. What it did was give me a choice, keep carrying my burdens or to set them down. And when I finally set them, I realized that all the time I had spent nursing grudges was time I could have spent living, time I could have spent loving. I think what I wish I could tell my younger self is that forgiveness isn't about the other. It's about reclaiming your life, giving yourself the permission to move forward without dragging the weight of someone else's mistakes behind you. Every grudge I held, every resentment nurtured kept me from fully being present, from fully loving the people who mattered, from fully appreciating the life I had built despite its imperfections. Now, at 82, I wake up and I feel lighter than I ever have. I call old friends I've been too proud to reach out to. I write letters I may never send, just to release the last remnants. I forgive quietly in my heart every day because I've learned that freedom isn't something anyone can give you. It's something you take when you let go. And sometimes, when I sit in the late afternoon sun, listening to the wind rustle through the trees, I realize that forgiveness is the only thing that truly makes time feel. Abundance doesn't erase the past, but it makes the present richer and the future hopeful. Something you can step into without dragging the past behind you like a chain. I wish I had understood this sooner, but I am grateful I understand it now. And if there's anything I've learned in these 82 years, it's that holding on to anger is a luxury. No one can afford the burden of resentment. Letting go, forgiving, and freeing yourself, that's the only way to find peace. That is how life becomes full, even in its final chapters.